our first meeting. Very much for being here, and especially those of you in person who braved the raining weather. As a reminder, to receive credit for this meeting, you'll need to be pre-registered and complete a meeting survey at the end. You'll need to stay through the end of the meeting. We are probably going to go a little bit longer tonight until around 8:15. As usual, we'll have a QR code and the link will be emailed to you after the meeting. So if you missed the QR code, don't worry, we will send that out for you. If you are joining online, please make sure the name that you entered into Zoom is the same name in our member directory. If it's not, or you have a question, just reach out to education@dallas.org and they can help you out. So to start today's meeting, I'd actually like to bring back one of our pre-pandemic traditions. And this is just a very quick round of introductions, but I'd love for everyone to just turn to the person on their right, you don't have somebody on your right to the left. Introduce yourself, and in honor of our book drive this month, share your favorite childhood book. If you're online, please share in the comments. Judging by the volume in here, there's a lot to do. I placed all the notes on my computer, but these are so we have a very full agenda tonight, as I mentioned. We've got some excellent speakers. As I mentioned, we'll probably run over minutes tonight. Before we dive in, we've got one quick item the minutes from the September meeting are posted online. Can I please have a motion to approve the minutes of the September meeting? Thank you, Patty. Is there a second? Kristen, thank you. You want to take a moment to vote. As a reminder, only actives can vote. If you are a provisional or a sustainer, you do not need to do anything right now. I'll circle back at the end and let you all know the results. So we'll move on to our panel. We have three incredible speakers today to talk about the revitalization of downtown Dallas and Fair Park. We are very appreciative of them being here tonight. I know they've been very busy lately. So I'd like to welcome them to their seats. And our moderator for this evening will be Anna Stetler with the Education Committee. Anna?
Thank you. As Emily said, we're very honored to have three valued members of the Dallas community with us this evening. You guys promote Dallas to be a top destination in the U.S. and our tonight's learning objectives. Apologize.
Oh, sorry. There we go.
To understand the mission of both Fair Park First and the City of Dallas' Department of Convention and Event Services, and understand what Prop A is. So we'll go ahead and do a little bit of an introduction. This evening we have Brian Luallen, the CEO of Fair Park First. He presides over 277-acre National Historic Landmark that welcomes nearly 6 million annual visitors. Since its founding in 2019, the organization has made public engagement and service to the community key to its mission. Fair Park not only hosted one of the nation's largest vaccine sites during the pandemic, but has worked to foster numerous small-scale events that support neighborhood businesses and local arts. Veletta Forsythe-Lill is a JLT sustainer and was 2022's Sustainer of the Year. She has been a change agent in Dallas for more than 3 decades. She's a former member of the Dallas City Council, founding executive director of the Dallas Arts District, and longtime community advocate who has played multiple roles in the development of the cultural and physical city and the policy that has guided it. Known for her work in arts and preservation, she has served on numerous private nonprofit boards from the Dallas Museum of Arts to the National Trust for Historic Preservation. She is currently a board member of Fair Park First. And we also have Rosa Fleming. She is the executive director for convention and event services with the City of Dallas. Part of her responsibilities include contract management and capital project management for the Kay Bailey Hutchison contract management for many other organizations, including American Airlines Center, the Omni Hotel, and Visit Dallas. She oversees an annual budget of $114 million, a capital budget of over $62 million, and is currently working on the Convention Center Master Plan. She's a proven public servant with more than 30 years of experience in municipal government, business administration, fund development, and contract management. So we'll go ahead and get started. If each of you would just introduce yourself, tell a little bit how you came to Dallas, and tell us about the organization you lead or sit on the board of.
So I am,
You are all.
I'm Rosa from Fleming, as you said, and I came to Dallas years ago. We won't count the years, but to go to SMU group in Brownsville, Texas, and ended up in municipal government after working in the corporate sector and consulting for a while, and happened to actually assigned to the convention center probably 3.5 years ago. And when I got there, we started talking about the plan at that point. And at that time, it was, let's expand the center a little bit, or fix what's broken, $600 million worth of deferred maintenance. And it just kind of evolved as we started to look at what's the best investment. And that investment rolled out to be, let's actually expand it in a way that makes sense. And make it less investment in a large economic development project for Dallas.
So I'm CEO here, and I've been turning around historic sites around the country, largely here in Long Beach, California, for the last 25 years. I've got a real passion for helping people fall in love with old things again. I've come to Dallas in part because this was the most exciting project I've ever seen in my career. I think I really thought I could make a contribution to, and also the lovely wife who's a lead member over here who is from Texas. It's really very for all of Texas. I moved here in 1985 when my husband hired as a pilot for American Airlines. And the first flight I went was a Mexico, and we were all too young to remember Mexico. But it was the predecessor, paper predecessor of GPM. I went to their park, and it had last year. It was like continuing before. But I found a magical place in Fair Park. Some of the best park and actually in the world. The most public parks, most safe. And so I've been engaged in probably in the Fair Park since the day I shared Dallas' story. When I just shepherded in public restoration projects. I worked on securing state and federal money to the National Trust for Fair Park. So I have a little bit of experience with Fair Park. But when they came to me and said, "Would you do it?" and I felt, tired. And what I do, I love a challenge. And Fair Park is a challenge. So that's, I said, I want to do this. I shared Parkland Foundation, rebuilt Parkland, and I wanted one more big project. And it's our
What is the mission of Fair Park? What's the mission of the board for Fair Park and the mission of the commission?
For us, it's pretty fitting this view of 200 national landmark and really activate year-round basis. The way that we serve the community and gives back to Dallas, it also creates a place of pride for all of us. It's giving having a very challenging path. So it's having living for one to do every day.
And for the convention center, ours is to be the economic engine for the city of Dallas. And a lot of people take this convention center is a larger portfolio. So the convention center, the American Airlines Center, all of these that draw tourism and travel. We have that symbiotic relationship with the Luallen, with the airports, et cetera, and they bring them here, fly them here. So our position is to create competition.
Our mission is, of course, simple, that is for the staff to implement the master plan and to raise funds. And we're in the midst of a capital campaign for a small park, I shouldn't say small, for teenagers, on the fishing side of the park. So fundraising and to shepherd the master plans.
Veletta, why did you choose to serve on the Boarding Bear Park?
Because as I said, I love Fair Park. I wanted one last challenge after working on the arts district. Sitting on the council.
And you felt like working with me was exactly that.
So, this is the last big challenge.
Short, long, and goals for their own first.
Well, the real question, I'm looking at. Challenges we're facing. In all of them. They have the exact same challenge, over the convention center, we feel like over $1 million a year on high-tech water reclamation. Is part of the hands on the ceiling of the PVC, they run well. That is the nature of the rock, short and long term. It's really about writing that and creating a forward trajectory and infrastructure that's needed for these sites that promise so many millions of people out here is in locations, making sure that they continue to be better for generations.
And in terms of the convention center, we're basically considered Luallen for Dallas, right? So when a visitor comes and they're coming for a convention, we're the first thing they see. And what they see now is a living room that doesn't tell the story of Dallas. And it's not the thing that we want to sell Dallas. Our job is to make sure that with the expansion, something that people are proud of, it's something that rivals Nashville, that rivals Chicago. We are one of the largest cities, we're a big draw over our airport, and right now, we're not putting our best foot forward. So I think our biggest goal is to make sure that people come to Dallas, they want to return here, they want to do businesses here, and want to stay. So that's kind of what our push is.
It's a great segue into the next question, Rosa. What do you see as the biggest accident in the convention center has to offer local communities, businesses, and visitors that come to events, as well as what do you think that they need to do in that 10 to 20 years to remain competitive with the city that you're talking about?
So one of the things we did as we researched prior to actually launching the master plan was go to visit our competition. I think that's something I would recommend anybody to have, because you don't know what you're up against until you go look at it. And we visited 10 convention centers in 10 days, with quite a haul, one side of the country together. And I came back, it's hard. I said, you know what, I'm walking back into the building and I've seen our competition. I wasn't really quite sure what we're coming, and then I realized, we've got great environment, we've got great hospitality. We can sell the building, but we have to expense to people who come here, because to dress it up and make the convention center something that people want to come to, a lot of expense for the planners. So part of what we have to do to remain competitive, to be out in the competition, be able to bring those technology and medical type industries here, to cost them less money. That way, is to renovate the convention center, to expand it, to provide the technology, to provide the experience that they need when they walk out the door. So the restaurants, the retail, the activation around it is what's really needed in order for us to stay competitive. And those things will take time. It's going to take 4 years to develop a convention center. We've got to reorient streets around it. Right now, they go nowhere. They were built for Union Arena. Not there anymore. So the streets they end at Big Pond. So it's reorienting the streets, and then it's been infilling the 30 acres of rehab of the convention.
Brian, what actions are planned to improve our current plan to make the park a year of destination?
Well, activation is really, there's a lot of things that we need to drive and for that mission. And for us, what we're really missing is hospitality structure. If you look at some of the other amazing stair sites, Balboa Park in San Diego would be a good example. For Smart, St. Louis would be another good example. These other sites, they provide a year-round basis of much for you than we are for today, like 18%. There's some other things it's not easy to get into this way. It's so much. Which is very likely because that's infrastructure. Well, so it's really a investment. Making sure people, they secure, they can find their way on, lighting, green space connectivity, making sure people have clean water resources. Actually, things that don't have Western, it's really needing that. And we need to upgrade all of those. The desire is there. We see coming out with leisure events, entertainment events, concerts, showing things. There's more happening in this space than has ever happened before. Because I think we have people to be with our own humanity and to experience fellowship. You cannot do that on Zoom. The good things to be in person. I'm just wants to lead and make sure that we're also organized. It's pretty hard very good. Like in the right days, we had you. But it's true. And ultimately, it's we have fabulous places. The longer beautiful, the harder to travel. I think that's something very negative to visitors about analysis that they do like shine. They don't like taking care of what is here. And we see that in a lot of ways. The orientation of the convention center is very interesting. It runs to utilize that back turn on that valley. And it's really emblematic of how we as a city have treated pretty much everything stuff. Okay? These projects have an opportunity to literally bridge that. And for me, beyond the project, talk about turning the page on that tale of two cities.
And I think one of the things he was saying about Craig, so when Craig interviewed, we never took him to the convention center.
So we should be with
Eighteen 1886, first fair, if you will. The fair association went broke in 1904, and Fair Park becomes part of the city's park system, kind of the second park after what you know. Dallas was really good at selling ourselves whenever. And in about 1934, when we knew the centennial was coming up, some of our illustrious leaders went to Austin and told them that we could do anything, we could build an Esplanade, and somebody in the group said, what's an Esplanade? It's not particularly loud. But it brought Fair Park in the city of Dallas, right? It kept us going during the Depression. It was jobs. It was people, construction workers and artists and so forth. It was the key for most of your cultural institutions, the Dallas City Art, Dallas Symphony Orchestra, the Dallas Opera, WRR, both of those started at their club. So it is the original arts district, if you will. It is so rich with history in terms of who is coming. Queen Elizabeth died here, FDR had written here, Martin Luther King spoke in the music hall, B.B. King played in the Cotton Bowl. It is everything that is our history in a lot of cases happened there. And some of it not as great, but it is ours. So it has one of the richest history. It is one of the few exposition sites left in America. So if you've ever been in Illinois City, which is about Chicago's close there, that's hard to. If you've gone to San Diego, Balboa Park is robust and it's super fun. Forest Park is renamed, but most of the others are. So, but Brian and I feel like we can kick San Diego and St. Louis.
This is now, of course, it's something. This is the one I don't know.
Okay, so what exactly is Forsythe? We've been talking to a lot of different organizations about this. Can you tell us a little bit about what it is, who is going to benefit, and what the impact will have on us community?
Sure, we'll take the first right. Okay, so proposition is a pretty unique funding on this side. No regular limits, ours now. You should have, doesn't have my button. In short, what it does is that you would be effective on open areas. You would generate a development that it can help the bonds without complicating you guys to work without everyone. And here, and every single time you want to working and now it's thriving, right? It's been greatly real estate in the city of Dallas. And it's been a pretty successful community back in trade. It's totally paid for a black operated convention center that will basically span I-30. Connect us to the theater, meaning we actually literally bridge South Dallas to downtown for the first time ever. And also making two of the largest capital investments for our district. I think that's pretty amazing considering there's no increase in local property tax, there's no increase in sales tax. Let's be honest, this is other people's money. That's the only one that, at least in my experience. But at this point, we're not aware of any opposition. Locally, obviously, there's going to be folks that maybe do something like that. We're just having. And the only other thing I'd add to that is that we actually really love our hotel taxation right now because we have a safe advantage. Small other cities around the state, around the metroplex. And so we really love 13%. We come up to 15%, that's going to put us right at 74%. So I don't think we're really competitive space. You don't want to be the lowest, you don't want to be the highest. And it will generate what, over $2 billion of investment.
Yeah, it's about $1.5 million. That's estimated. Now we're rerunning the numbers right now because we use 2022 as an honor. But what we've seen so far as we close out the year is that we actually surpassed 2019. So when we run the numbers, it will probably be more than 1.5 billion, and then up to 20%. $100 million as a statute. and that's something renovating. We can access the. We will use, so right now we're using that, the city, 7 at 6%, we'll keep that whole additional 2%. We'll use that along with the financing zone funding in terms of convention center to leverage as security for revenue bonds. If you're not talking about the general obligation bonds that are used to fix streets or the library, they're completely different. They are solely based on revenue generated by the convention center, generated by the burn bill, or generated by the project finance. Finance is 3-mile radius on around the convention center, and we take in the state incremental portion of their hotel associated taxes. So that's their hotel occupancy tax, their sales tax, and any alcohol and beverage tax. So all the visitors that come to buy stuff at hotels, rent a room, drink and eat, all of that portion of the state's incremental portion of it. So that's the difference from what the state received from all these hotels in 2020, 2021. And since the pandemic made that a really small number, let's say just for the make a number, say they collected $1,000 and now we're going to collect 5. We get 4,000 of it, they keep their 1,000 back. And so because of the pandemic, which was devastating for everybody's attention, for us in terms of project, because we need to have really large numbers.
And when this law is super specific, that allows this. And in 1997, the legislation passed. We allowed us to build a sports arena. It specifically prohibited money in municipal parks. So when we went back, this past session and said we would like to include, or we like to include. So after a lot of negotiation, the hotel industry and the legislature said, okay, we can do it. You can do it. So the legislation says it must be spent in a park of over 100 acres in a city of over 1 million people that is a national historic. There is no other place in the state of Texas for this money.
I'm really glad that you brought that up, because I've seen this in conversations with people as we kind of have been with the public about this. People say, well, it looks like the land is kind of, but it's very hard to get this and they're not. There's reasons for that. We only out. So there's no concern there.
Okay, well, we'll move on to a new lighter topic. What is the number one thing you tell visitors to do when they come to us?
I tell them to not go to the big spots, not just to go to the room area or but to point them to each of the little hidden gems around the city. I think there's a lot of things in Dallas that make it beautiful. There's trails in different parts of different parts of the city, and people are just not going to go look. There's a lot of little bars, a lot of little restaurants, a lot of things to see, but to purchase things where unless you tell them, people are not going to know to go look. And that makes them go explore the entirety of the city. And we were the feeling of real richness and diversity.
That's too good of an answer. I'm not even going to try. And honestly, what I tell people, have a experience the arts history. You've got to develop. And then I often suggest how to get super issues are just out in the city. It's the only place in town. Real elevation to certified. So it's
hard to be clear there between my children. But obviously it's big for me. And so I'm only being a sister. But I want to go to the other small venues to taste Dallas and its culture at a street level, at a basic level. So I want you to go to the bathhouse culture. And I want want you to go over to Los Dallas, and I want you to see our facility to perform. All of those things. But I think Dallas is so lucky to have so many things. I live next to the Santa Fe Trail, so I can get on the Santa Fe Trail. I live close to White Rock Lake. I can go to White Rock Lake. Not that far, it's very far. I can go to the Arboretum. All of those things are lovely for visitors, but I would love them to go and touch all those really small, significant.
Wonderful. Well, we have a few minutes. We'd like to open it up for Q&A from the group.
So you said property will raise about 1.5 billion. Over how long, and then how much are the projects you were talking about?
So for me, I have, 3 pots of funds, right? So I have the project financing bill, which is about 2.2 billion. The burner bill is estimated at 1.5. And then we have the median, regular, a lot. When you're doing a construction project, you don't get to guarantee maximum price until you actually do the design or in concept. So in the concepting stage, you compare it to a like-size project around the country. And so ours is about 2.2 billion, and that is with the escalation and inflation. Because I had it at just about 1.9, and then I added inflation. And materials, so 2.2.
For us, in all that, we believe the green space initiative. Can you space? We're probably not. And this is what we need to look beyond. Exactly. This is private. Security, we have the ability to utilize programs that state and sort of organization tax, which we want. We actually bring back some of the investment choices, buildings, which means we can take that. It's not. So, for us, it's really good deal. We don't recognize the blue rays and in this methods. It's so unique. There aren't any other sites like this really. You can find these the musical is used in 1% of text, right? Where we will be making that surprise, which is
There are things to expand, like in my area, because they're ties, so like the trails there. There's a cyclist who's literally led critical box and gone into great races and stuff at their park. It's frustrating when you want to go to the fair and you can't find safety park bike.
I love it when I have a great answer. We actually have that project funded this enough. That is the extension of the sandwich. Like a trip in the city. It's actually all the way around to the extended neighborhoods now, which are good places. So that's pretty cool. Seriously improves quality for neighbors. The green space that we're building at that site. This is our 13 neighborhoods that don't have a walk. So yeah, we're all on bicycles and that project.
And then we have the ability, we're going to be doing park lists at different points around where you enter. So gate 5, gate 6, park lists. So they have the ability to have the bicycle infrastructure we are talking about, the racks and so forth. In addition, we are paved over. And so one of the other things we want to do is build these sort of internal trails. It's not in the phase 1, but build internal trails so you can walk about and not feel like you're big Texas land. So you have so internal to the park, external to the park, we one has funding, the other will work out.
There is an election item, if anybody would like to help with the funding.
Two questions. First one, I was visiting the campaign website and noticed that American Airlines and Southwest are locally supportive of this proposition. How critical are endorsements like these to the success of the campaign and this proposition? And then the second question is, playing off your recent words, what can a woman in this room enjoying virtually today do to get it across the finish line tomorrow?
So, that's really simple. She can't advocate, so I'm going to this one.
Yeah.
Here.
And I'm going to.
He's a lecture away. And sure, region, and I'd like each person in here, every person in the and you're in everything. Vote yes for Prop A, this side. What would they vote yes for Prop A? I could do this. Well, the number one city, so you can see what you can see neighbors on that list. I would ask that everybody in here just be happy. If you think this is a good idea and least providers, pretty much. Please visit the website, vote yes, and by all means, please don't find the share.
That's basically it. In terms of endorsement, the endorsement, I wasn't here. Everybody else. Because everybody else is doing that advocacy out in the public. I say, do you realize when you look at that? You know, I served with Mayor Laura Miller. She did not like the American Airlines. She has endorsed that, along with every other mayor who has been elected over the last since the early 90s. In addition, there are folks on there like Preservation Dallas. These are small advocacy groups. All the chambers of commerce, corporations, arts advocacy. So what is important to us is the diversity of the people endorsing that.
Well, we appreciate your guys' time this evening, and thank you for all of the questions as well.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. We're going to get through you right next to your seat, and we're just going to do a quick transition here, and we have another speaker. I'd like to invite Margie. We're going to come and take the stage. Turn it over to you for a brief introduction. For everybody online, we know there are challenges here, so we are working on it right now. Thank you for hearing.
Hi, everyone. I am thrilled to introduce our next speaker who joins us from St. Philip's School and Community Center, one of our treasured community agencies. So in addition to providing excellent education to its students, St. Philip's is a community center and a neighborhood change agent for South Dallas and Fair Park. St. Philip's Community Center enriches and empowers the lives of nearly 3,000 people with essential social services, including a flourishing youth sports program, senior citizens transportation program, medical clinic, client choice food pantry, and a free legal clinic and a thriving Meals on Wheels program. As the Chief Community Advancement Officer, Marguerite Holmes contributes valuable oversight to the legal clinic, senior programs, Girls Night Out with JLP, and after-school care programs. Ms. Holmes has a dynamic background in education, business administration, and not-for-profits, offering over 2 decades of experience in the areas of education and local government procurement. She possesses a master's of business administration and a lifetime Texas teaching certificate in the state of Texas. Please help me welcome Ms. Marguerite Holmes.
Good evening. Am I alone? All right, well, thank you very much for having me here. I am Marguerite Holmes. I get to serve as the Chief Community Advancement Officer at St. Philip School and Community Center. You've heard a lot already about South Dallas, and so I want to share with you a little bit about another gym that's in the South Dallas area. South Dallas Community, I'm sorry, St. Philip School and Community Center is a ministry of the Episcopal Diocese of Dallas. It has been operating and serving the community for the past 75 years. Of those 75 years, JLD has partnered with us for 1/3 of that time, and we are excited to continue our membership, our partnership. Sorry about that. St. Philip's is unique in that it is a school and a community center. It's kind of hard for people to grasp that. It's a school, a private school. It's a community center like the YMCA. We'll use that as an example. And so the way I explain it is in the mornings, starting about 6 o'clock, we are a full-fledged private school until about 3:30. At 3:30, we switch, become a full-fledged community center until about 8, 9 o'clock in the evening, serving over 3,000 families through our programs that we house there. And so our programs include Aunt Betty's Food Pantry, where we see about 150 families a week. 150 families a week. Well, we're very excited about that though, because it is not your typical food pantry where families receive boxes of food that they may or may not want. Ours is a client choice. That means it's set up like a grocery store. Our families come in, they get a chance to shop, to choose what they want. It is important to us to make sure that our clients have voice, that we treat them with dignity and with respect. And that is just one of the many programs. Along with that, we also have on our campus a partnership with Baylor Scott & White, where we have a pediatric clinic that's open Monday through Friday to not only our students that are there, but to the entire community. So our families are able to come in and have their needs met. Along with that, we have our athletics program, which you heard her talk about earlier. Athletics includes golf, lacrosse, basketball, football, soccer, track, cheer, dance, baseball, volleyball. This is Texas. And so we enjoy all those sports. We are headed to semifinals this weekend. We just left San Antonio, where our 12U and our 10U teams were. Our 10U team lost 0-6. Our 12U team won 36-28. So we're excited about that. So we're headed to Austin this coming weekend. And so we'll continue. Last year for basketball season, 71 teams, Friday night, Saturday, all day, and Sunday. We are one of few gyms that has 3 full-size basketball courts. And so we are busy during basketball season. We also have events that take place at St. Philip's. Of course, we have after school and summer camp, but then we also have our Mother's Day gift shop. So if you've not had an opportunity to witness that, that is where moms bring their kids and their kids are able to shop for them because we've received gifts and then they get their gifts. So this year we did customized Mother's Day cards. We also did their gifts and then their gifts were wrapped. Then they also got fresh flowers to take home with them. So it was a nice touch this year for the Mother's Day gift store. We also have community cleanup, and we're continuing to learn and help our neighbors understand how to take good care of their neighborhood and how we can help them. We also had a shred day for the first one in South Dallas. Didn't go very well. We realized that when we get out of order, and what I mean by that is when we start coming up with things to happen in South Dallas, without listening to the neighbors, didn't work out very well. They were like a shred day. who, is that what you guys need? And it was, St. Felix needed a shred day, and so we thought it'd be wonderful, but we're learning, we continue to learn. And then we have, what's coming up next is our Thanksgiving Day feast. So on Wednesday, so some of you will be doing maybe the turkey trot on Thursday. On Wednesday, we will be serving food to our neighbors, and it is open to anyone. And so we're excited to be able to decorate our gym, which we transform into a banquet hall. And our neighbors will be able to come in and have Thanksgiving early and then have Thanksgiving again on Thanksgiving Day. And then the couple I want to talk about are the ones that you guys participate with us in very heavily. So are there any, I see some faces already, that participate with us for Girls Night Out? Yay, thank you for that. So Girls Night Out is where our students and neighbors come in, and they are ages 8 to high school, and they come and spend the night with us, is what they used to do before the pandemic. Thank God for the pandemic. So we have not gone back to overnight completely, but we are enjoying having them there from about 6 to 10, and they come in and you guys plan out their evening for them and you participate with them. On my way here tonight, I was on a call with you, and you guys are having a dance party and you're having arts and crafts activities, and you've created some things for a Thanksgiving journal, and they're gonna eat food and play games. And so it's always exciting to show up on Friday nights to get to hang with you guys and see how the girls enjoy, how you get to pour into their lives, and also how they get to pour into yours. So we thank you for that service. And then the last, which is also becoming a signature project for JLD, which is our Christmas store. Our Christmas store, you guys take over again. That sounds like a thing. You guys take over? Okay, so you guys take over again, and you've been doing it for quite some time. Over the past years, you've contributed approximately $280,000 for us, and we are so appreciative to continue to partner with you for those things. And so along with that, you also helped us with the volunteer coordinator. So as St. Phyllis has grown over the years, Dr. Flowers, who is our headmaster, has been there over 30 years. And we talk about how we built buildings and how we've just grown from about 20 kids to we serve about 266 right now through our academic program. But then through our athletics and our community programs, we serve the other 2,764 that you mentioned when you talked about 3,000 that we serve. And so it's exciting to have you join us. But the Christmas store is a signature project for us, and we look forward to you guys taking it on as your signature project. It is where we transform our gym again. Our gym gets transformed a lot, but we transform it again into a Christmas store where families are able to come in and shop. And so it is necessary for families to be able to have gifts. And so we appreciate you for doing that for us. Do you guys have any questions for me? Thank you. Yes. We most definitely do. We love volunteers. There's no way we could do and serve the way we do without volunteers. So yes, you are always welcome at St. Philip School and Community Center. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Okay, so back to the business portion of our meeting. You could go to the next slide, please. Let's pull up. So our host-elect, Christina Eubanks, is not able to be here tonight. Unfortunately, she's a little under the weather. But she did want to make sure that we talk about nominating tonight. I think you all have heard a lot about nominating, but it's a very important season for us, and I would encourage anyone who's interested in taking on a leadership role in any way or ability to consider nominating. So we just completed board of directors nominations that finished last night. So if you are interested in that, I'll do another year. project chair and small group advisor nominations open in a couple of weeks on November 21st. And just a real quick recap of what those are. Leadership Council consists of our committee chairs. They receive some additional leadership training about 4 or 5 times a year. And they're selected by the incoming board of directors. So not my board, but Christina and her board that will be meeting within the next couple of weeks. You are required to have 1 year of active service to nominate for leadership council. But other than that, there are no other requirements. As a project chair, you are a front line of our community. You manage our relationship with community agencies. And one of the really cool things about serving as a project chair is you actually get to sit on the board of that organization. So it's a really amazing training experience. And finally, small group advisors. I think most of you are familiar with small group advisors from the professional experience, but that group helps to train and guide our professionals throughout their first year with the lead. And while there are no requirements for that position or the project position, small group advisors are encouraged to have 3 years of experience as active. Ideally, so you can add to the new members that you'll be working with. So, what do you need to do if you are interested in nominating? Self-nominate would be my #1 answer to that. There is a form on our website, go to dlls.org. Finding it, reach out to Christina, President-elect, reach out to me, president@dlls.org will help you find it. But also talk to people. That's one of the things that I always encourage anybody who's interested in serving leadership or any role within the company to do. Regardless of whether it's this year, next year, 2 years from now, talk to the people who are currently in those roles. Talk to people, the new board members that will be announced within the next couple of weeks. Anyone is happy to share their experience with you. Regardless of whether it's something you're interested in doing now. And I would also encourage you to be open to new experiences. But we are a large organization, so you don't always know if you're interested. And that is where we strongly encourage self-nomination. If you have any questions about that process, like I said, please reach out to Christina, president-elect@dlls.org, or I'm happy to as well. So can we move on to the next slide, please? All right, Heather.
Got a couple of different exciting things going on in the membership space right now. Just wanted to tell you a little bit about those. So first, I want to start with a save the date for our in-league fair. Obviously, a fantastic opportunity to learn about all the placements that are available in the in-league space for the 2023-2024 membership year. It's going to be this year at headquarters, just as it was last year. We're going to be having it in the same time frame that we did last year. We found that it worked really well, and so we're going to just rinse and repeat and go for that. So it's going to be Saturday, January 21st, from 10 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Obviously, most importantly, want you to take this opportunity to learn about the different placements available in league, but it is a credit-bearing meeting, so we'll just throw that out there. And also, we will be having Ruthie's Rolling Cafe back, so there'll be the opportunity to have lunch while you're here. I can't think of anything more tasty and delicious and fabulous for a winter day than a grilled cheese and some tomato soup. So give that some thought. And we'll also have some other vendors joining us who were with us last year and a few new ones as well. So again, we wanted to be a great opportunity to learn a little bit more about what possible placement opportunities might be there out there for you next year. Maybe learn about some committees that you're not as familiar with. And also, again, just a great opportunity for some, really some socialization with your other members, get to know other folks, and have a great meal. So that's a little bit about the in-league fair. Shifting gears, the other thing that's going on in the membership space right now is we're very, very much in the recruiting space, looking for new members to fill next year's provisional class. Very excited to report that we are very, very, very energized by how much activity we've had in the application space heretofore. So that is great. We are definitely not going to rest on our laurels, and we want to keep that momentum going. And we're looking for all of you to help. Naturally, and I bet you find this to be the case in your workplace too, a great place for hires are employee referrals. Similarly, we are looking for member referrals. Most of you are familiar with our Each One Reach Member referral campaign. We make it super easy for you. QR codes right there. But probably most importantly, I would argue that probably each of you are the best positioned to market
the junior league and all of the opportunities that it has brought to you and maybe how it's potentially changed your life. And that's obviously makes for a very compelling story with your friends and even potentially family members. But having said that, if if advertising or marketing push is not your thing, no worries, we have you covered. So if you'll just simply provide us with the personal information and email address for that person who you think might be a good fit, somebody else who is like-minded and is service-oriented, just let us know and we will reach out to them. We will find them and we will help share with them the excitement and all the things that are going on in the league. So thank you so much for your help with that. I would be remiss if I didn't also mention that as you saw, as our meeting was starting, we do have a number of member engagement events going on in the near future as well. On Thursday, 8th of December, we're going to be going back to the Galleria for our skating event that we did last year. It was very popular and I hope you'll join us. And finally, on the 17th of January, it's a Tuesday, just following the holiday, we're going to be doing a fitness class at Brick Fitness. So hope you'll join us. That's kind of our New Year, New campaign. So hopefully join us for that as well. So thank you so much for your time. Always appreciate your support and everything that we do in the league, including the membership space. And I'll turn it over to our next speaker, Keith Rowling.
Hi everyone, me again. I'm Katie. I am your 22-23 community VP.
So you're still my job.
I'm stealing your job. And I am here tonight with Megan Laundrie White, the current Signature Projects VP. And we're here to talk to you about some of the exciting work that we have been doing in line with our brand new strategic plan. Most notably, impacts us significantly is redefining impact. What does that mean? Well, what is our, as a league, desired impact on the city of Dallas, and how can we reestablish JLD to be the go-to for any effective community leaders? So the actions that we took a look at our existing program and really looked at evaluating placements and partnerships. And one of the results to come of that is we have a lot of incredible signature projects and a lot of work and things that we as a league run. And so our goal was to elevate that amazing work and maybe do a little bit of a reorganization with that. So next slide. So the current state of the union within a community is we have 34 agencies plus musical outreach, and we align these under 6 issue areas. With that, next slide.
Actually, before we go to the next slide, I like some audience participation. So signature projects. Who can name a signature project? Shout it out. Okay, I heard kids in the kitchen, women lead, grants for innovative teaching, community outreach, women lead, and Juanita Craft. So Juanita Craft is our 5th and newest one, carried over from our centennial project. So now we can go to the next slide, but I will assume you guys didn't cheat and look at it. But so these are our current signature projects, and we named them all. We have amazing impact in the community on technically the in-league side versus our community. And one of the things that's amazing about signature projects is we run the show, right? So in community, you are showing up at an agency and doing things that they need us to do. In signature projects, we are running the show. We are creating the grant program that benefits the community. We are doing shout out to the community outreach community, the book drive that will benefit the community. So it's our show and we're running it. And that is the hallmark of a signature project in Junior League of Dallas.
So with that in mind, we did a little shifting. And so next slide. Now we have a proposed community program. So instead, what we're going to do is we are going to align all of our 28 community partners within 3 issue areas. We'll have education and the arts, strengthening families, and health and wellness. And with that, we'll be moving 3 of our agencies to signature projects. Marguerite actually teased one of those if you were paying close attention to her earlier. So Juliet Fowler, St. Philip's, and Boys and Girls Club, since will be scoped to move to signature projects because we run the programs. Next slide.
Love it. And so big changes to signature projects in order to lean into these and create more opportunities to make an impact. And truthfully, different opportunities for our leading members, ones where we run the show, we get to work together as a committee to make an impact on our community and in these. So the 5 signature projects we talked about will remain as signature projects. We'll have 3 different branches. So 1, signature projects are traditional ones, GFIT, Women Lead, Community Outreach. All the ones that have to do with grants will be in 1 branch. Second branch will be what we're calling lead initiated projects. So Kids in the Kitchen and One Unit Craft, 2 of our current signature projects will be in that branch, along with the 3 that are moving over from community, because we already run the show in those, we're gonna keep those there. And then the most exciting new branch is what we're calling emerging projects, pilot, non-recurring projects branch. We're gonna come up with a better name than that. But emerging projects is what I call it. And it allows us to really shift and be flexible in anything new we want to try. There are so many needs in Dallas, and we have so many partners come to us and say, we want to work with the Junior League of Dallas on this. We want to work with the Junior League of Dallas on this. And so this branch will allow us to do that much quicker and be able to implement something in the next year rather than waiting for the 3-year R&D process. So we have not formally announced what these will be, but as a teaser, we are working with the mayor of Dallas on potential programs. We're working with Parks Departments on potential programs and other areas of Dallas as well. So be on the lookout for the placement brochure on opportunities to work in the emerging projects branch. And so that is a summary of what we are proposing to change for the community programs and signature projects programs next year. If you guys have any questions, please come see us after the meeting. We are more than happy to talk about it. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Katie to talk about community program this year.
Yes, it's the perfect segue. So with that, I would like to discuss the 23-24 community program. So just for context, how do we choose our community program? So the program and the agencies that we partner with is reviewed and determined by research and development. So R&D is a committee of more than 50 dedicated league members who spend months researching and vetting all of the applicants to the community program. And this year, we present to you 31 agencies, which includes the 28 proposed plus the 3 moving to signature projects, with 636 allocated volunteers and more than 700,000 granted back to our community programs. I want to recognize and thank all of the members of the R&D committee who worked for months to put this program into place for next year's volunteers. And a special thank you to our R&D chair, Laura Gazette, who coordinated it all. To put all of this hard work into action, next slide. Next slide. I got ahead of myself, apologies. Next slide. So to put all of this hard work into action, we need your vote. All actives in good standing, please sign in to vote for the 23-24 community program. It closes tonight at 9 p.m. Excellent, seeing all of your phones. All right, and with that, I am also honored tonight, next slide, to announce the recipient of the 2022 Sewell Salutes Award. The Sewell Salutes Award is presented each fall to a community volunteer who has gone above and beyond in her service to the community and representation of the Junior League of Dallas. In addition to recognition, Sewell would like to show their appreciation by giving her one of their cars for the weekend. So please join me in celebrating our 22 recipient, Julie Bernhardt. Julie is a stellar volunteer. She's been in the league for more than 10 years and spent the last 5 years in the community volunteering at our Friends Place as a life skills coach. She meets weekly with the young women at one of their transitional living centers. She's a joy to be around with contagious, positive energy and everything you can ask for in a volunteer. Dependable, compassionate, fun, responsible, And unfortunately, Julie could not be with us tonight because she is volunteering at our friend's place at this very moment. So, however, hopefully she will catch recordings, and I think the team there is giving her a special round of applause right now. So thank you. With that, I want to pass over to community outreach.
Hello, me again. So community outreach is under signature projects as required for shit. But our wonderful community outreach committee has put together an amazing league-wide drive. This is their winter project. Last year, we collected tampons and pads for women in the city of Dallas. This year, they decided to do a book drive. So who remembers going to a Scholastic book fair as a kid and getting a new book? Right? Okay. So we are partnering with United to Learn, which is an agency that works with Dallas ISD to put on book drives for students who can't afford to bring home books on their own. So they all get to go bring home a book, no matter what it costs, and the United to Learn puts these book bashes on for these students. So we as a league are collecting books, anything from pre-K through 5th grade. There are boxes in the back. You can also use this QR code to scan to get a link to our Amazon link. So you can just buy it straight from your computer and it'll get delivered from headquarters. You don't have to do anything. So our drive is from November 7th to the 18th. Our goal is 3,000 books. It is a very exciting goal. So please help us get there. If you have questions, please see me. If you are in the room, you have this amazing flyer that gives you more information, and you can come talk to me or our amazing chair, Danielle Williams, after the meeting. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Emily to wrap us up for the night.
Thank you, Megan, and please get a QR code. We'll leave it up there for a second. Or I guess we're moving to the meeting. It's okay. So we are almost, but not quite done. I've got a few announcements for everybody. First, who in this room or online is part of the auction committee? Anybody raise your hands? They're probably very tired this weekend. Probably not. Being the auction team, Carrie and Jen, the chairs, and that entire group, as well as anybody who participated or volunteered. If you attended, it was a great party. And there were a lot of amazing auction items, and it was a very successful event. So just thank you to that team and to everybody who attended. September minutes were approved. I know you've all been waiting for that one. Heather mentioned a couple of member engagement events that are coming up. We will make sure to include those in emails. So please make sure to sign up for those before they fill up. We have 2 very exciting group meetings. The first is on December 5th. You've heard a lot about Signature Project tonight. That will be a virtual meeting about Signature Projects. You can learn a little bit more about those. And then on December 10th, we will also offer meeting credit for tours of the Bush Library. And looking ahead to next year, we'll be starting dues collection in January. I'm talking about that now because we offer payment plans. Sometimes it's not well advertised, and I want everyone to be aware that we do that and the sign-ups are in January. So if you're thinking about next year, meaning 23-24, and you need a payment plan or a membership status change, that information will be coming out early next year. So please keep an eye out for it. And then finally, we are very excited about our next GMM, which is on January 9th. I know many of you have already registered, and I do want to let you know that we are no longer able to offer a virtual option for that meeting. So we'll be sending in your response priority. The reason why is we have a very special speaker. Am I allowed to say who it is? Yes, you can. Okay. So we'll be having Senate Marshall. We'll be joining us in January. So please register to join us in person. We do have limited seats for headquarters, so jump online. I think there are 70 or 80 spots left for that meeting. But we're really, really excited to have her here. And with that, meeting adjourned. Thank you.